The gentleman from Charlottesville, Mr. Toscano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rise for a point of personal privilege.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, it's very nice to be able to see you over there in the corner, Delegate Wilt. Thank you. It's great to be back. And, of course, the first thing that happens when we're back is we listen to the Governor's State of the Commonwealth Address. A number of us have been in this chamber for a while, and so we've heard a number of addresses. And say what you might say about this governor, he's among the most personable governor that you ever could have, and someone who exudes enthusiasm about what we can do together as Virginians. And if you focus on his speech, and it was supposed to run 43 minutes, but because of all of your applause, it ran over an hour and 5 minutes. I don't know that he planned it that way, but it happened that way. If you focus on what he was discussing, he really was focused on the things that we could do together to build a new Virginia economy. Take a look at the words in the speech: economic growth, new economy. Government has a role. He feels very strongly about this, as do I think many of us in this chamber, that government has a role to invest properly so that we can create that new economy. We all know the challenges that we're facing because of sequestration. We all know that we have to do some things differently to encourage the kind of industries and build on the good ones that we have in this state that are generating growth and good jobs that pay a decent wage for our people. That's going to take some work. So what needs to be done? We need to commit ourselves as a legislature to putting the tools in the toolbox and refreshing the tools that many governors before have set in place to be sure we build on each other's shoulders. And we're going to do that here. What has to happen? Well, you heard it from the governor yesterday, and I think a lot of people agree. Workforce development. You know, we have a lot of people in this chamber who have been working on that for a long time. The gentlewoman from Campbell, the gentleman from Colonial Heights, a lot of people working on workforce development. That is key to building this new economy. And frankly, we have to do some things a little bit differently. The governor is committed to working with us to get those things done. What has to happen? We have to recruit and retain new businesses in the area of bioscience, biotech, new technology. The governor's been very aggressive in trying to put tools in the toolbox to do this. And hopefully they'll bear fruit if we support them in that effort. We have to build our infrastructure, and that means transportation. That means investing in the ports, making sure that they're operating effectively and efficiently. We have to build a skills force generated by K through 12 education, pre-K education, and higher education. That takes some resources. We're going to have to come up with the resources to make that happen. But again, it is all about building the new economy. We have to draw on the skills of our veterans, many of whom are with us today, to build that new economy, to build on all those skills that they have generated during their time in service of our country and this Commonwealth, to bring them into the labor force, to pay them a decent wage. These are all things that we need to do to build that new economy, and we have to have a healthy workforce. And that's why he's stressing so strongly affordable and accessible health care. So, ladies and gentlemen of the House, we have got a lot of work to do. We have only a short period of time to do it, and if we continue to work together and focus on the key things that the governor talked about last night, which was building that new economy, then the citizens of the Commonwealth are going to be very proud of us when we leave, hopefully on time this year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen.